Buster Keaton. He was the great stone face, a master of visual comedy, a cinematic architect who designed gags with the precision of an engineer and executed them with the grace of a ballet dancer. More than a comedian, he was a groundbreaking filmmaker, a visionary who used the nascent medium of cinema to craft timeless works of art. But the journey of this stoic genius from the rough and tumble world of vaudeville to the heights of silent film stardom was filled with incredible triumphs and profound heartbreaks. This is the story of Joseph Frank Keaton and how he became one of the greatest entertainers of the 20th century. Born Joseph Frank Keaton in Piqua, Kansas in 1895, Buster was quite literally born into show business. His parents, Joe and Myra Keaton, were vaudeville performers, and by the age of 3, young Buster was integrated into their act, the Three Keatons. It was a rough and tumble existence, full of physical comedy and often genuine danger. The famous nickname Buster was reportedly given to him by none other than escape artist Harry Houdini, after young Keaton took a tumble down a flight of stairs and emerged unscathed. This early training in acrobatics, timing, and enduring physical punishment without flinching was the crucible in which his unique comedic style was forged. He learned early that the audience laughed harder when he remained utterly deadpan, a stark contrast to the exaggerated expressions of many of his peers. In 1917, Buster made the pivotal leap from vaudeville to the new exciting world of motion pictures, joining comedian Roscoe "Fatty" Arbuckle's film unit. It was here that he quickly understood the unique language of cinema, grasping how the camera could enhance and articulate gags in ways live theatre never could. He rapidly moved from supporting player to director and star of his own short films, showcasing an unprecedented level of creative control. However, this transition wasn't without its challenges, particularly in adapting his highly physical vaudeville act to the specifics of the camera. He faced the hurdle of convincing early film crews that complex, often dangerous stunts could be achieved safely and effectively. There's an anecdote from one of his early short films where he wanted to perform a risky stunt involving falling from a great height. The crew was highly skeptical, fearing serious injury. Keaton, with his characteristic calm, simply showed them exactly how it could be done, meticulously calculating every angle and landing, eventually executing it perfectly and winning over the doubtful crew through sheer precision and bravery. The 1920s marked Buster Keaton's golden age as a feature film director and star. He produced a series of masterpieces that are still revered today for their innovative storytelling, breathtaking stunts, and timeless humor. Films like Sherlock Jr. (1924), where he literally walked into a movie screen and The General, 1926, an epic Civil War comedy involving real trains and incredibly dangerous sequences, showcased his genius. He combined meticulously planned gags with complex narratives and genuinely thrilling action, all delivered with his signature stone face. He was often called a director-auteur before the term even existed, creating every detail from script to stunt. The advent of sound film, or talkies, proved to be a cruel twist of fate for Buster Keaton. Unlike many of his contemporaries who thrived in the new medium, Keaton's subtle visual comedy was seen by some studio executives as less adaptable. Tragically, he lost his independence, signing a restrictive contract with MGM in 1928, just as sound was taking over. This move stripped him of his creative control, a devastating blow for an artist who meticulously crafted every aspect of his films. He was forced into formulaic comedies, often paired with less than ideal collaborators, and his genius was stifled. This period coincided with increasing personal struggles, including alcoholism and a tumultuous marriage, leading to a profound professional and personal decline. For years, Buster Keaton languished, often forgotten by the mainstream, but his genius was never truly lost to film historians and cinephiles. By the late 1940s and 1950s, a new generation of filmmakers and critics began to rediscover his silent masterpieces, recognizing their unparalleled artistry. He experienced a slow but steady resurgence, appearing in films like Billy Wilder's Sunset Boulevard, 1950, and even making cameo appearances in later comedies, often to thunderous applause from those who knew his history.
One heart.
Spade? Pass.
3 no trump. Pass.
Pass.
Empty the ashtray, will you, Joe, dear?
His unique style began to be appreciated anew, influencing countless comedians and filmmakers. He bravely battled his personal demons and, in his later years, found a measure of peace and a renewed appreciation for his groundbreaking work. Buster Keaton passed away in 1966, but his legacy as a cinematic innovator and a comedic giant is more robust than ever. He taught us that laughter can come from the most stoic of faces, that physical comedy can be as precise as a mathematical equation, and that art can be found in the most chaotic of circumstances. The great stone face wasn't just a performer, he was a poet of motion, a visionary who built a comedic world of breathtaking stunts and timeless gags. His films continue to charm, astonish, and inspire, proving that true genius, no matter how quiet, will always resonate across the ages.